Welcome back, everyone. So today we're going to do a little bit of tree trimming, and I'll show you why. Last night I lost a chicken to a predator, the first time ever in 3 years. I built a chicken coop and a pen that's pretty impenetrable, and I think what happened is this was a raccoon. It got locked in the pen at night. It was hiding and ended up killing one of our chickens. So I've got a live trap here, and Mr. Marlin is going to help me try to deal with this thing. But let's go on around and look at this, and I'll show you what we got to do. All right, so this is my chicken coop here. I've got a secondary run, a primary run, and then their coop. Up here I do have a what I call a chicken cam that keeps an eye on everything, and that's how I seen it was a raccoon. Going around back here, this is all kind of a bank, and I like it because there's all these trees here. It keeps hawks and everything from flying in here. I've never had a hawk problem in the coop itself. But I try to keep this clear back here, and as you can see, a lot of these leaves and stuff are starting to grow over. And back here, over here, you can also see that they're getting a little close. When I first built this coop, all this I trimmed out, and it has grown back, and it's now touching the roof. So what I need to do is take some more branches out, just because I don't want raccoons or whatever that can climb to go up and then climb down on the roof and get in, you know, that way. So first things first, let's get to trimming these trees. All right, so that's quite a bit better. As you can see, I still have some that are hanging down. I need to get up on the roof here and start trimming them up, but we'll get that done, and I'll come back through here and mow, and that'll pretty much take care of that. Then I'm going to go over how I built this chicken coop and how you should do it in order to keep your chickens safe if you have them. Well, that's much better. Got this cleared out. I've got all the branches off the roof. I think if a raccoon climbs up there and tries to jump down now, it's going to have to fall a good 12 feet before it is able to get into the coop, onto the roof, that is. And got all these trimmed back. I want to talk about how I hardened this. If you look, let me find a good spot here. You see this wire? That's just poultry netting. And so what I did is, at least back here, I stapled it to the bottom, and then I ran it out. I think it was 24, nope, right here, about 30 inches. So this is where it ends. So basically, if something was to try to dig here to get under the coop, it would have to dig through this wire first. Now I know that wire's not gonna last forever. So another thing I've done is just put bricks around the outside of the actual coop itself. I also did that wire 18 inches up and 18 inches out onto the ground, and it's kind of grown through everything. Here it is, here's the end of it. But then in case something was able to dig through this wire, I put these bricks in here, and those bricks go all the way around the entire perimeter. And they are, looks like 3 high. And so the idea behind these, and maybe I didn't do it correctly, but if something was able to dig underneath, it would, these bricks would fall into the hole and keep the animal from digging any further. So besides that, I do have an electric fence here about 18 inches up. And that's why this goes up that high too. I didn't want any kind of weasel or anything getting through this other wire, which is the reason I did that. And I've got one up at the top here. So it's gonna have to get around 2 layers of electric fence. And that goes all the way around everything, even over there. Here it ends. And I've got a latch here that you can hang off of it. So then you still have 2 layers of protection on the door. Oh, let's see, what else have I done here? And because I haven't had much trouble in the daytime, this is the box I put in for the electric. And you can see that I've installed a photo cell. You can probably hear that, I've got it covered. That clicking noise is the electric fence working. So I said I had the cameras up there, the cameras to keep an eye on everything. What I did last night is I mounted my trail cam onto the air conditioner here, and that just basically points at the door and down this way. I was curious if I might find an animal coming around there. I know I've seen foxes over here, but I was hoping I'd catch that raccoon. So let's go inside. This is a secondary run. I want to show you the primary. The primary run is actually made out of machine guarding. It is a lot more solid. This is a good 1/8 inch wire on here. And I have put a roof in, which you can see a bunch of sticks on. But this is hardware cloth that I put up here. And of course I had to support it in the middle. And this is all untreated wood, and I haven't had any issues with it rotting. In fact, I was just standing on top of it. So this being just 2x3 that it was a 2x6 I ripped in half. So 2x3, I was able to stand in the middle of that and it was fine. I had a problem with my nest box being here and water getting into it. So I ended up just taking another piece of roofing here. And if you look down here, I put a board. That way it could shed the water both directions. So that's helped a lot to keep water out of the chicken coop. This hose here, which you've seen on the ground laying over there, I need to bring this out today. I've got automatic water. It just hangs off the bottom of this. So all summer, all I have to do is come out here, dump it, rinse it, and it's good to go. Maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. But they have a constant supply of water. Wintertime, obviously, I can't do that. So we have a heated watering system. On the outside here, this stuff here, I covered this whole thing up because in the winter time you get a lot of wind, and I always leave this open. So I wanted to be able to keep the wind from going directly into their coop. And yes, I have a broken window down there that I got to change. And this stuff here is actually the same stuff that they make your car trunk liner out of. They shape it and form it into whatever shape your trunk is, and it's held up pretty well outside actually. I thought that maybe it wouldn't, but looks like the sun has taken a little bit of a toll on it. But this has been out here for probably 2 years now. It used to be a lot more gray, so it is sun faded, but that works very well to keep the wind out. In the summertime, I usually take it off. On this side, I've got some bushes, and I've left those there on purpose. I wanted the chickens to have somewhere to go inside the secondary run, so that if a hawk did swoop in here, which, you know, they can, there's a lot of open area here. But if a hawk came in here, they would have somewhere to hide. Hawks don't like to go into brushy areas and get their wings all messed up and their feathers. So that was the reason I left that there. There used to be a lot more along here, and you can see that I've killed off a lot of things, vines and whatnot that have been sticking to the building. So that gives them a little bit of something. Anyhow, that's my chicken coop. Hope you enjoyed that. And I gotta go check on my pork butt. Let's see how this thing's doing. All right, get a little spritz here, some apple juice. This has been on now for 2 hours. And we're at 122 degrees internal. So I'd say right around 5 o'clock we'll be eating. Can't wait. All right, if you look right over here, we got a couple cranes. Let's see if I can get you in there. There you go. See if I can focus that a little bit better. There you go. They've been hanging out there all morning. They haven't moved. Must be some good stuff up there on that hill. But I've been just working out here, and they keep an eye on me, and they just up there doing their thing. Anyhow, I'm gonna call this a wrap, and I've been working on another video I think you guys are gonna like. It's I'm a month and a half in now. It's just taking me some time to get everything all rounded up, and there's a lot to it. So anyhow, if you wouldn't mind, like my video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.